Okay. I hope my screen is visible to you. And so we'll start off without wasting time. We're going to talk about IELTS reading today. So we're going to see the differences between academic reading and the GT reading. So what is this IELTS reading? We'll deal with each question type and the strategies used for each types of question. So the IELTS reading, it's different for academic and general training test takers. The reason is the sections, the type of sections that you get is also different because academic reading passages are more academic. So it's borrowed from an academic context, like maybe it could be from different fields of study. And the passages would include ideas and words that are unfamiliar to the test taker. Whereas if you're doing it in the GT, then the passages are more relatable to your daily life. And it's only section 3 that contains unfamiliar ideas and unfamiliar passages. Then the duration is 1 hour. It's different from listening because if you're taking a paper-based test, then there's no separate time given for you to transfer your answers into the answer sheet. The students write on the question sheet and then you'll have to transfer it. Transfer after each section. Don't wait until the end because I've seen several students when you transfer it that you don't do it correctly. You might enter or enter the numbers and all that. So be very careful with that. Okay, so you'll be provided a pencil if you're taking a paper-based test. Remember to bring an eraser. They won't be giving it. So each of your sections or section 1 to, so you'll have 3 reading sections and each section, the text will be about 750 to 900 words per section. So the difficulty level keeps increasing as you progress from one section to the next. So section 1 is the easiest of all, and section 2 is slightly more difficult. Section 3 is more academic. So section 3 is more of an academic topic or more of an academic section for both types of test takers. So this will contain an abstract topic or an unfamiliar idea. So this is the difference between academic section 1 and section 2. So section 1 of academic is at an undergraduate level, whereas section 2, you will sometimes have 2 or 3 texts over here. And it's relatively short and easy. It's something related to everyday life. And this is where the sources are from. This is where it is borrowed from. So section 1 is borrowed from all these contexts, whereas general training section 1 is borrowed usually from job adverts, from travelogues, safety informations and all. So section 2, these are the differences between academic and general training. Section 2, this is the level at which you will be attempting your tests if you're taking this. So it's going to be in early postgraduate or undergraduate level, whereas in GT, it's related to job application or your company handbook and all that. These are the sources where you'll be practicing from. So even if you're a general GT test taker, what I suggest is from time to time, please attempt questions from the academic section. So because even if your sections in the reading sections that you get out of a high level, you'll still be able to tackle it easily. And this is section 3. This is how it's going to look like. So we'll deal with each type of question and we'll deal with how to tackle them or how to attempt them. So this is a very common question type which appears in your test. So it's called true, false, not given. So what's the task description? You'll have to see the question statement, or a question statement is given based on the reading passage. And you'll have to check if the statement that's given to you is true, if it complies 100% with the information given in the passage, or if it's false. So it's false if it completely contradicts or it's complete opposite of your passage, and not given if there's no information on the statement. So students usually have a struggle between these two, false and not given. So the key is to remember if your question statement is contradicting the sentence. For example, if the passage says there are 3 ways of solving something, and the question sentence says there are two ways to solve this, then this contradicts the statement completely, so that's how it is false. But if it says that there are 5 different answers and there's no information given to it, then the answer is not given. So false, it's when it completely contradicts. So this should be a strategy towards it. So in your reading, paraphrasing is a very important factor. So finding synonyms, paraphrasing. In other words, what I mean is to understand the question statement in your own words. So underlining your keywords and paraphrasing it, or trying to find out synonyms is a very important exercise, or it's a very important tool in your reading. So please keep practicing synonyms, paraphrasing, and try to find locate synonyms for each word. So true, false, not given. This is your strategy. Read your instructions carefully to know if it's a true, false, not given, or a yes, no, not given question. Both has the same strategy, but if it's true, false, you have to write TF, or true, false, not given. If it's yes, no, you have to write yes, no. So be very careful with this. First thing is to read all the statements carefully. Try to understand what the entire sentence means rather than just focusing on the keywords. So read your question statement and then locate your keywords, which give you the key idea. Look for qualifying words such as some, always, most, and those kind of qualifying words. They're quite important. Then try to think of what the synonyms might be when related to the text. This will help you to identify the matching part of it. Then try and see if the statement is matching to the statement in the text or the information in the text itself. Then come back to the statement, focus on it again, and then carefully read the matching part of the text to understand. Underlining is also a very important factor. If you can't find the answer, don't dwell on it, but instead mark not given and move on. So the next type of question is the summary completion. Read your question carefully and see how many words you have to write. So here you're given a passage is borrowed from the reading passage, and you're given there are blanks inside the passage and you'll have to complete it. So for this, read through and try to understand how many words they're asking you to write. If it's one or two, if it's not more than two, not more than one, how many words are they asking you to write? Then skim through the summary, try to understand the overall meaning, try to predict the answer, see what word you have to fill in the blank, whether if it's going to be a noun, if it's going to be a verb, what part of speech are they expecting you to fill in. Try and understand what part of speech or what form the word has to be when you're reading. That will help you as well. Then try to identify what part of the text the summary relates to. So scan for the synonyms from the summary, look before and after the blank to help you understand it better. Any doubts so far? Am I making sense to you? Are you guys able to understand it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're quite familiar with the thing, but I'm still going through the strategies. So the third question type in your reading is called short answer question. So here as well, you'll be given sentences where you'll have to answer it. So they'll ask you to answer it. There is going to be a certain word limit, either 1 or 2 words. So be careful about the word limit, read and try to understand the question. Think about the information that you will need. Then underline the keywords in each statement. Think of the synonyms again. So most of your reading has the same kind of strategy. Then repeat, continue to read and repeat till it's finished. This is sentence completion. It's the same as summary completion. Here you'll be given sentences from the passage and you're given blanks. Be careful if they're asking you to complete it with the words from the passage. If they say complete it with the words from the passage, that means you need not paraphrase the words. Instead, borrow the words exactly as it is from the passage and fill it in. So read the incomplete words first with the blank. Try and see what word form should be used there. So read it aloud just to see if it's in the ing form, ed form, or what kind of verb it is. Then you will need to use your scanning technique here to go back and scan for the answer. And then check your spelling. And then your summary completion, we just discussed this. Diagram labeling is another question type. We are not going to solve this question type today, so I'll just leave it for now. We'll come back to it. So, okay, just for an example, I'll just show you what that is. So see, check how many words you can write and how many words they're asking you to describe it. So you'll be given a diagram like this and you'll have to label it. The description of this is given in your passage. So based on that, you'll have to label this diagram. So see how many words they're asking you to put in your blank or in that answer, whether it is 1, 2 words. So you will need to go back to the text to scan and find where the information is located. Check your spellings for this. This is how it's going to look like. And for matching information, this is a very common type of question that you'll find. So if you find this type of question in your test, do it. So for this, skim through the passage, read the first 1 or 2 sentences. So here, always it's the first sentence and the last sentence is very important here. While you're skimming through the passage, read carefully the first and last sentences because your answer tends to be located there. Even for matching headings and matching information, all of it has the same kind of strategies. So for this, skimming the text first is a good idea because you will know where the answers are located. Then you have table completion. We are not going to do this question type today. Okay. Then there is multiple choice questions. Rajesh, you're okay if I just rush through this and start with the test, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So without wasting time, let's just start reading through, going through the exercise then. So can you see my screen properly?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you about 10 minutes to answer this question. I'm going to time you for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Guys, please check the chat. I've given you a description about what we're doing. Rajesh will give Jitin 2-3 minutes and we'll discuss this together. If you've solved it, then put your answer in the chat. I'll take a look at it. Okay, let's start discussing this question, or let's start discussing the answer to it. So, the answer to the first blank: in an emergency, the teacher will either phone the office, or what's the answer? Send a messenger. So
Yes.
the maximum number of words that you can write here is 3. So 3 words. So send a messenger. That's exactly 3 words. So in an emergency, teacher will either phone the office or send a messenger. The second one, the signal for evacuation will normally be several dash. So we'll go scan for this information. Signal for evacuation. So when you look at it, warning is also, underline your keywords. Signal is your keyword, evacuation will be your keyword, several will be your keyword. So signal, the synonym is warning. For a evacuation or for an emergency evacuation will be marked by. Several is number of. So the answer here is short bell rings. So that's again 3 words. That's your answer. Third one, if possible, students should leave the building by the dash. So what do you think is the answer? So leave the building. So that's vacate the premises. That is our synonym. Students or classes will leave the building or vacate the premises by the dash. So the answer is the nearest staircase. Even if you use the staircase, it's also correct. But try and use nearest staircase. It makes more sense. I'll display the answer as soon as I finish discussing this. They then walk quickly to the dash. So they, that students, walk quickly. Walk quickly, the synonym is given as brisk, orderly fashion. They walk in a brisk walk, that means quick walk, quickly to the dash. So where are they going? Either it is paved quadrangle area or quadrangle area. Both of it is correct. Just quadrangle is also correct. So paved quadrangle area or quadrangle or a quadrangle area. All the 3 answers can be used there. Then dash will join the teachers and students in the quad. So who will join the teachers and students in the quad? What did you write, Rajesh?
Marshalling supervisor.
I think, yeah, the marshalling supervisor is correct. So the marshalling supervisor will join the students in the quad. Then each class teacher will count up his or her student and mark dash. So each class teacher will count up his or her student and mark dash. Uh, would and will mark the roll, check the roll. So what, I'm just checking the chat to see it. Yeah, the roll is correct. So marking attendance or marking the roll is correct. Then after the dash, everyone may return to class. So returning to class is where we are going to scan the area. So return to class. So where is it? Sorry. So returning to class. Wait, no, we'll return to class. Here is it. We scan for it. Scanning means looking for a detail. So here it is. Under the, we'll return to classes here. So we don't know. So after the what? So after the all clear signal is given, the students will return to class. And then for the last one, if there is an emergency at lunchtime, students gather in the quad in dash and wait for their teacher. So in their home room groups and wait for their teacher. So if there is a hyphenated word, then when you write it down or when you fill in the blanks, you write it as a hyphenated word. So just for you to check your answer, this is the answer. So for the first 8, so the first one is send a messenger. That's correct. Second one, short bell rings. Third one, nearest staircase, nearest stairs. Nearest has to be there. Fourth one, either it's paved quadrangle area, quadrangle area, or just the quad. Everything is correct. Fifth one, Oh, it's not. It's either the marshalling personnel or the support staff. Both of these answer is correct. Either you can write the support staff or the personnel. For question 6, it's the roll or the class roll. For question 7, the all clear signal or just all clear will do. And for the 8th one, home room groups, home hyphen room and then groups. I know Vikas and Jitin just entered, and there's another person also who's just entered the class. So is there anybody who is new to reading and you have no clue about your strategies? Or maybe we'll just look at the next type of question and go question by question. We'll deal with strategies only for that particular question. So we are doing a reading question for the GT test takers. So we've completed just the section 1 of reading, and we've discussed this question type called completing sentences or sentence completion. So in this type of a question, what happens is you're given a sentence and it has blanks. The sentences are from this reading passage. So this is section 1, or this is your first reading passage. And out of these, there are sentences that is displayed here, which has a blank. So first thing that we do is we read the instruction. So this is called a rubric. So we read the rubric and look at the instructions. So what should we do? We have to complete the sentences with no more than 3 words. That means the maximum number of words that we can use to complete these sentences is 3. So from the text, so it says from the text. So when we see this phrase from the text, that means we have to borrow the words exactly so as it is in the text. So no paraphrasing or no finding synonyms. We borrow it exactly as it is. So this is our first statement. I'm just showing you how we go through it. So first thing that we do is we read this question statement and we try to underline our keywords. So we highlight our keywords and we try to find synonyms for that. So if you look at this first statement, in an emergency, sorry. Oh my gosh. Please give me a minute. Okay, so if you're reading this statement, in an emergency, the teacher will either phone the office or dash. So what are our keywords here? So we look at our keywords. In an emergency is a key idea, so we underline it. The teacher will either phone the office or dash. So we'll either is also our, those kind of words are called what distractors, so or qualifiers. So either or, neither nor, some, most, all these are called qualifying words, so pay attention to it. So either of means they're giving a choice. So in an emergency is our keyword, we underline it or we highlight it. A teacher will either phone the office or dash. Now we go scanning for this detail in our reading passage. So where is it? Over here. So the teacher who will dash is the send a messenger to the office or inform the office via this phone extension. So phoning the office is informing via phone that we found it, we scanned this information. Now, or send a messenger. So either means or. So we found or, send a messenger. So the answer to this is send a messenger. So that's 3 words. So that's how we solve this type of a question. Any doubts with this? Okay. Oh, the rest of them went. I was doing that for their benefit. Anyway, because it's just you two, you guys know what to do with this anyway. So the next type of question that we are seeing here is true, false, and not given question. So true if the information completely complies or if it completely agrees with the reading passage, then the information is true. It is false if it is completely contradicting or if it is the complete opposite of the given passage, and not given if there is no information on it. So if you're struggling between false and not given, if you mark it as false or you call it false only if it is contradicting or it is a complete opposite or it's giving you an opposite information based with regards to your reading passage. So read your question first, question statement, and then scan for the try to underline your keywords, try to find out the synonyms. So here synonyms are important. Understand what he's trying to say, understand the meaning. Go back to your passage and scan for this location of this word and see if it is complying with it or if it is adding to it. If you are a fast reader, I recommend that you skim through this text or simply run your eyes through this text first. So if you're a fast reader, I suggest that you run your eyes through your text first before you start solving it. So any doubts with this question type? Do you want me to go through the strategies? I can do that. But since you guys know what you're doing, I will not go. But if you want me to explain the strategies, I can do that for this question type. Can you please let me know if you want me to explain the strategies or you want to take this question type by the horns? Are you okay dealing with this question type? So I'll quickly explain like I did. So look at your question statement, underline your keywords. So here, business basics, your nouns can be your keywords. So underline your keywords and then go scanning for the information. So before you attempt this, it's a good idea to skim through it. Skim through the passage. It's a good idea to skim through and then come back. Look at your keyword, key sentence, look at your first question sentence, try and understand what they're trying to say. See if it's agreement. If it's in agreement with the given passage, then it is true. If it's in complete agreement. If it's completely contradicting, then it's false. And if you're stuck, if it's neither true nor false, then it's not given. If you're stuck, choose not given. Don't resort to that. So we have about 5 questions. I'll give you 7 minutes to get this done. I'll speak to you again after 7 minutes. Let me know if you get stuck or if you're stuck. You have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So Sunny and Rajesh has completed. You still have about, or your time's almost running out. Okay, so time's up. Okay, your time's up. Let's start discussing this question. So I understand this true, false, not given. This passage is an easy peasy one, but usually this requires a lot of time. So when you come across the sentence completion, so even though you are expected to, spend at least 1 minute per question, this question type doesn't need a lot of time. So spend as little time as possible for this question type and spend a little more of time for this question type for this one. So ideally spend a minute and a half or so for this true, false, not given. So you're scanning and skimming, both are used here. So if you look at the first one, business basics is appropriate for beginners. So the answer to this is true. Question number 9 is true. So the answer is found. Where is business basics? Over here. So where is our sentence that tells us? So it's telling for everyone requiring knowledge from ground up. So right from the basics. So that's the answer. The answer is true. So the second question. So we underline our keywords, try to understand, and then compare it with the given passage. Bookkeeping has no practical component. Practical component is our keyword. So what is this synonym for practical component? Practice, on the job experience, work experience, and all that. So here the answer is hands-on training, right? Hands-on experience. So this course will provide students with a comprehensive understanding of bookkeeping and a great deal of hands-on experience. So the answer is false because it does have. So that question number 10 is false. I think Sunny and Rajesh both have got it. Jitin, you okay, right? Is he still there? Okay, I just asked because you haven't shared your answer. So take your time and just consent, that's all. So the next one, bookkeeping is intended for advanced students only. So here are keywords intended for purposed or is for advanced students only, students at a higher level or something like that. So we go looking for bookkeeping again. So where is it? Is it for advanced level only? So there is nothing about for whom it is designed for or whom this course is. So the answer is not given. 12. The answer is 11, right? It's 11. 11 is not given. So Sunny, you've written true, but the answer is not given, whereas Rajesh has got not given. So it doesn't, it talks about advanced bookings, but it doesn't talk about any levels. Understanding and a great deal of, okay.
That that was about the new enterprise in like before enterprise, but I thought the bookkeeping is intended for advanced students only. I wrote already not given, but I changed to true after doing the proofreading because they have
Okay.
mentioned a comprehensive understanding, like so.
Okay. So it gives students a comprehensive understanding. So the key to this is, I know you all know the strategy, but the key to this is please don't think further, author. So take it everything that he says, take it at face value. The third thing, I mean that's okay. It's just one out of everything. The new enterprise module can help your business become more profitable, can help aid or uh, provide help or provide aid business become more profitable. So we go look for new enterprise module. New enterprise module. Okay, this is the new enterprise module. So it helps our company become more profitable. There's nothing like that. So it is just telling, it is understanding this, it's understanding all this, but there's no information given about whether it helps in the profit or not. So the answer for question 12 or the question statement 12 is not given. Now the question statement 13, social networking, that's where we have to look at our answer. Focuses, so focuses or um, what are the synonyms for focuses? Gives detail or specifies on a specific website to help your business succeed. So is it talking about a specific? No, it's not talking about using a website, but this is just giving us an overview about the opportunity to analyze things. So the answer is it focuses on a specific website. It doesn't focus anywhere. So this is just an overview. So this is the latest marketing tool, and it is just an overview to analyze what web technologies are given. So the answer to this is false, because it's just analyzing or it's just giving an overview. It is not focusing on a specific website. It is giving us the opportunity to analyze, whereas it's just giving a broad overview. It's just a broad overview. So the answer is false for 13. Okay, so Jitin, I'm just reading your messages. That's okay. You can leave. Then for 14, the communication class involves speaking in front of an audience. So that's public speaking, speaking in front of people. So here you go. So it's talking about public speaking here. So the answer is true, taking out the fear of talking to large gatherings of people. So the answer is true. So I think you've got almost everything right except for one. That's okay. So let's go to the second, I mean the next question, section 2. So the passage is given on your right, whereas the passage is given here on your right and the question is over here. So you have to match information of that's given here, match with the headings. So the headings, the section A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So there are 7 sections, and these are the headings given. So you'll have to match the passages to the headings, or the headings to the passage. So what heading you give section 1. So the answer has to be written in Roman numerals 1 to 10. That should be your answer. So can you try and attempt it? I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going. I'll be back in a minute. So I'll time you for 10 or 12 minutes, and we'll discuss this in 12 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So if you finish earlier, put it in the chat and I'll discuss. I'll be back in a minute. Rajesh, if you're finished, put it in the chat.
Yeah,
If you have finished, you can put it in the chat, okay?
sure.
Hi Navdeep, we're just doing matching headings for these paragraphs. So I explain this strategy lightly. So Rajesh, you can mute me if you find it distracting. I'm just explaining Navdeep how to do this. So you can mute me so that you won't be distracted. So Navdeep, you will have to, these are the headings of these passages, headings that you can put for these passages. So this is your question statements and this is your reading passage. So you will have to match what heading can be used for describing this passage. So for this, you will need both your skimming and your scanning. So first thing is to look at your headline or your heading statement.
Ma'am, sorry, today my internet is not working
Okay.
properly. Your
Oh,
voice is breaking. Yeah, that's why I'm in and out.
oh, that's
So,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Will you try and solve this? I'll put
yes,
in
I'll
the.
try. Yeah, just give me a few seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rajesh, your time is up. Do you need some more time? It's only you. So if you need some more time, let me know.
1 minute. Sorry, 1 more minute.
Sure, no problem. Okay. Rajesh, you have already given your answer. So the first one is 6. So for 15, it is 6. So like I have told this before as well, you know that for matching heading or matching information, the answer is usually found in the first sentence or in the last sentence. So while you're skimming through the passage, make sure that you read the first sentence and last sentence of each passages carefully. Did you remember that today?
No, I haven't done that, but like I read through the paragraph
Okay.
and I just went to the headings.
So I have told this in the
Yeah, yeah,
previous
yeah.
classes. So it's very important that for this particular type of question that you remember that the answer is either found in the first or the last sentence of every passage. So while you're skimming, pay attention to the first and last sentence. So I'll just stop my video. I don't know why I turned it on. Okay. So the first one is for 15, it is 6. That's the right answer. For 16, the answer is 8. That is correct. For 17, the answer is 5, which is correct. And for 18, the answer is 10, actually. So for 18, the answer is 10. So what is the 18th? 18 is section D. Section D, when the keyboard operator is working from a paper file, it should be at the same distance. Okay, so the 10th one is where should I place the documents? So individual will vary, whichever the eyes should put directly in front of the operator. So he spends most of the time looking at the VDU or the documents. So that should be put directly in front of the operator. Where should I place the document? Then that is 10. Sorry. So for 18, it is 10. For 19, it is 2. Very good. For 20, it is 7. I mean, for 20, actually, the answer is 1. So 20 is section F. The answer is 1. How can reflection problem be avoided? So here it's talking about glare.
Okay.
So make sure you remember this every time. See, most of the answers, I think all of the answers are located either in the first sentence or in the last sentence. So be very careful with that.
Yeah.
Then for 20, the answer is 1. And 21, the answer is 3. So far you've got 3 wrong answers, right? Or 2 wrong answers?
Yeah, two wrong answers.
2. So you're still in band 8. You're looking at band 8, right?
Yeah,
Okay, still inside band 8. So can we go on to the next question?
sure.
No doubts with this, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So, okay. So question number 22, sorry. So question number 22 and 23. So this is completing the sentences. That's an easy one. See that you complete it. So 22 and 23 is sentence completion. 24 to 28 is again matching information, matching the description.
Okay,
So we'll discuss after you finish 22 and 23, let me know, and then we'll discuss it. So read your rubric first. What's your maximum word? And then scan for the information which is around the blank in your passage and get it down.
yeah,
Okay. I'll give you 3 minutes.
okay.
Yes, so the answer for 22 is indeed final written warning, which is very well done. And 23 is formal appeal hearing. So both of it are correct. Good job, Rajesh. So can you start from question number 24 to 28, where you have to match the information of matching the information. So these are the question passages, and this is your description. So you have to match the description to the question passages. So you have the answer has to be from A to E. Before I continue, Rajesh, one thing over here, this had to be written in Roman numerals, okay? In your answer sheet, when you're writing the numbers, if the answer is in Roman numerals, then it has to be written in your Roman numerals.
Okay.
Did you know that, or?
No, like in system, it is difficult to type those numbers. So I just did like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I get that. But in your exam,
Yeah.
please make sure that this is same. If they tell this from answer 1 to 10, it is answer 1 to 10. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay. I'm sorry about this. Like a meddling monkey. Okay. So I'll give you about 6 minutes to do this. I'm sure you'll finish it before that.
Yeah.
So 24 is B, very good. 25 is E, good job. 26 is D, well done. 27 is C, and 28 is A. Good job, Rajesh. Very accurate and inside your time limit. Well done. Are you tired? Shall we move on to the next passage?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your section 3. Like we discussed, section 3 is a bit more difficult when compared to section 2. So you have questions from 29 to 35 right here in the bottom.
Okay.
And you'll have to match information again. So we did a lot of matching information. Usually the answer is found, no, for matching information, only for heading, the answer is found either in the first or last. But here it can be found anywhere. So what is the strategy for this? Or what is the approach for this? How do you approach this?
Reading the passage first,
Okay, you skim through the passage first, then
then reading
the
read,
question statement,
yeah.
and then underlining your keywords, trying to paraphrase your keywords and getting it done, right? So yeah, I'll give you time to skim through this passage. So we have questions from 29 to 35 here. That's about 6 questions. So this requires a little more of your time. So you can afford to spend a minute and a half for each of these questions, or a minute for each of these questions. So skim through so that you locate where it is and then try and get it done. So try and see how to do it. So you'll have to write the correct letters A to H. So your answer should contain anything from A to H.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, Ritesh. Is this your first day? Is this your first day here? Ritesh? So I'm going to mark you about, I'll give you about 6 to 8 minutes, and then we'll discuss this in 8 minutes time, okay?
Okay.
So, Ritesh and Chanchal, we are just solving these questions from 29 to 35 where we are matching information. So, after we finish this, I will be going through the strategies once again. So, we've gone through the strategies once before starting the class. We'll go through it as we finish this. Rajesh, you have about 3 minutes left. Are you done, Rajesh? Your time is up. Are you done? So I gave you about a minute and a half for each of these questions. You should be able to do it by then. Shall we discuss the answer? Rajesh, are you there? You muted, I think, because I can't hear you speak. Okay, Rajesh, are you done?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Chanchal?
No,
Oh, hi. What's your name?
I'm Devika, but the Zoom meeting name it has been
Ritesh.
named as Ritesh. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Devika. Is this your first class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you taken any IELTS classes before?
I did the IELTS academic 2 years back, but
Okay.
since then I have not.
What's your desired score, Devika?
I would like to score 877 for
Okay. For your Canadian immigration, I understand.
yes.
Okay. So we have these classes from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock Sydney time. Where are you based? Where are you located?
I'm from Nepal.
Are you in Nepal currently?
Yes.
Okay. So what time is it for you?
Right now it is 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So it is about your 8:30, I think. Give me a minute. I'll just look and I'll tell you what time it starts for you. So if you're from Kathmandu,
Yes.
currently it's 10:20 for you. So we start at your time 9:15 or 9:10, I think.
Will
So
it be a 4-hour class?
I mean, it's a 2-hour class. So we will be
Oh,
finishing in another half an hour or so.
oh, okay.
So
From
today we,
tomorrow, I'll be joining at 9:50.
sure, that's okay. So same with Chanchal. Chanchal, you're from India, right? From Punjab, I think. So you will be the class will start around 8:30 Indian time. So
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
you're from India, so your class will start about 8:30 Indian time. So today we were discussing reading passages and reading question types. So we started with the strategies for each type of reading. And
Okay.
we're doing a reading test for now. And Rajesh was here since the beginning. So there's a storm going on. So students are in and out because of the bad internet connection. So I'm just waiting for Rajesh to complete it. I think because I was talking, he has muted me and is doing his work. So he's not able to hear me, I think. So for this passage, this question type that we are dealing with has this questions from 29 to 35. So where you have to match the information that is given here to this passage. So the first thing that you should do when you get such question is to skim through the passage. So try and read the passage once. So while you're reading, don't worry too much about your details, but skim through the passage as much as possible. Then first run your eyes throughout the passage, then read your first question sentence. Read the question sentence and underline your keywords. So if you see question number 29 or the statement number 29, what do you think is our keyword there? So the origin could be the beginning of the word. Word could be term, calisthenics. So the origin or the beginning or the coining of the term, this is where is it found. So you go scan for information now. So first step is you skim through the passage, then you read your question statement, now go scanning for information. Where is this word? So you found the keyword, you found the synonyms for it. Now go scanning. Where is the information? And then the information is somewhere over here. So the term, the word is term. So the term itself is derived from the Greek word. So the answer to question number 29 is C. So that's how you do it. Rajesh, have you unmuted me? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you had muted me out. I called your name a few times.
Yeah. Sorry for that.
So you're late by 5 minutes for this, but that's okay. So let's discuss the answer.
Yeah.
So for 24, I'll display the answer. So for 24, the answer is B. Can you see the answer?
Yeah.
So you have got that right. For 25, the answer is E, which you have got right. 26, the answer is D, which you have got right. 27, the answer is C, well done. And 28, the answer is A. You're on fire today, Rajesh. So 10 more questions to go, 29 to 40. Are you ready for section 3?
Yeah. Actually, we were doing section 3, right?
Oh yeah, we are doing section 3. So we are doing from 29.
Yeah.
Okay, then I have been reading the answer wrong. So for 29, but you've written the...
No, I haven't sent the answers yet, actually.
Oh, okay. You have not? Okay. So for 29, the answer is C. 30, the answer is E. So I have done it as well. So 29, the answer is C. 30, the answer is E. 31, the answer is B. 32, the answer is H. 33, the answer is A. 34, the answer is F. 35, the answer is D. Okay. So are you calculating your score?
I haven't done properly. Like, I have made few mistakes.
Okay, so first skim through the passage. So
Yeah.
even though you're familiar with the strategies, try and apply the strategy when you're doing it, please. That will help you. So skim through the passage first, then read your question statement, underline your keywords, and try and get it. So underline your keywords, find your synonyms for your keywords, and then go scanning for the information. So for 29, the origin of the term, I'm sorry, I'm behaving like a monkey going up and down with this. I will not touch it. I'm sorry. Okay. So if you look at question number 30, the last popular supporter of calisthenics. So last popular, last is one of your distractor, or it's called a qualifying word. So last, first, all those are important. Popular supporter, so celebrity or celebrated supporter of calisthenics. So the answer for 29. So
Is
because
E.
yes, because you've skimmed through the passage once, you will know where it is located. So that's why skimming is important. The answer is E. So if you look at 31, the first use of calisthenics as a training method, first is your answer. So here you go. It says it enters. So calisthenics enters the historical record at about 480 BC. So the answer is B. So you first read the passage, skim the passage first, and then I go through your question statements. So guys, it'll take some time. Even if you're slow, that's okay. Focus on accuracy more than your speed. So skimming is important and develop a habit of reading. So let's do the last 5 questions. Rajesh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've sent in your answers, I think. All right, so this is your question. Uh, this is your question passage. So this is completion of summary, which is an easy one. So you spent a minute is maximum for this question type or less, but not more than a minute, okay? So read your statements and try to identify the answer from here. So it is telling, it doesn't say from, it says from the text. So if you see this term from the text, that means the word in the blank is exactly the same as in the passage. So you do not need to paraphrase it. It's the exact same words. Okay, so if you look at 37, during the 60s and 70s, attaining huge muscles became more important than dash or having an attractive looking body. So 60s and 70s is our key option. So now we go scanning for information. So where is 60s and 70s? It's right here in this passage. And then it says that it became more important than what? So attaining huge muscles. So bodybuilding,
Strength.
increase in muscle size, yes. So important than strength or having an attractive looking body. More important than strength, is it? Is that the answer?
Functional strength.
Okay, functional strength. So that's it's a maximum you can write as 2 words, and then you get it. So where's the answer there? I'll just check if we are right or not. Yes, you're absolutely right. Good job, Devika. So guys, continue to do that for this. Okay, so I'll time you from question number 37 to 40. I'll time you for about 4 minutes, and I'll expect you to have your answers by 4 minutes. Okay. That's it, guys. Your time is up. Do you want more time?
No, that
You,
I'm
you're
done.
all good?
Yes.
Rajesh and Chanchal, if you want time, I can understand. I can give that to you. It's only us. Do you want 2 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll time you out for 2 more minutes. Devika girl, if you finished, you can put your answers on chat if that's okay with you. Or you can wait until we discuss it together. It doesn't matter. Either way is fine.
You can put it in the chat.
Okay. Good job, Devika.
Are all of them right?
Yeah, all are correct. Okay, darlings, you have about 34 seconds left. And your countdown started. Okay, Chanchal, good job. And Rajesh, okay, you're all well inside your time limit. So I'll display the answer since you've all written it. So the answer for 36 is functional strength. 37, mass monsters with S. Okay. Then 38 is injuries. Injuries is correct. 39, weight training. Weight training is an open compound word. So weight space training. That's correct. Then cardiovascular health is also correct. So 40 is cardiovascular health. The reason is, see, if you look at this statement in 40, it's talking about poor. So it can harm the body, leaving it out of balance and in poor dash. So harm the body, it's right here. Uh, give me a minute. So here. Oh no. So it is over here. So it's giving unbalanced physics. So that's out of balance. And weak is poor dash cardiovascular health. Okay, guys. So this was a bit hard because it's your section 3, even though this is completing of your summary. It's a bit hard. So paraphrasing your sentences is important. And then you go looking for the exact same word from the passage. So your question until the answer word has to be paraphrased or has to be understood. So you know your scores. I'm just displaying out of 40. Um, Rajesh was here from morning, so this is just for him to check his scores. You guys are so give me a minute. I'll take over. I'll pull that screen over. So Rajesh Love, this is your score based on today. Have you been marking your correct and wrong answers? So this is your score for GT. Sorry, I think this will be better. So this is your score for GT. Love, if you've been marking your scores, then if you're marking your correct and wrong answers, you can calculate your scores. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't want to share it loudly, but this is just for your reference, okay, as to where you stand and where you need to be.
Okay.
Okay, so what you have to do is your time limit has to be your time has to be a little more faster, and I think it. Are you using a mobile? Are
No,
you
no.
using your laptop?
Yeah.
So your time has to be a little more faster. I think otherwise there is improvement, since um, it shows that you've been practicing continuously. So we have about 5 more minutes. I'll just share the reading strategies once again so that Chanchal and Devika can see it as well. Rajesh, I know you know your stuff. I know you know your things well, but I'm sorry if this is a repetition for you.
No problem.
Okay, so guys, your reading has about 11 to 14 types of questions. So there's basically 11 types of reading question, not counting all the completion type of question. So since all of you are doing your GT, this is one of the biggest or the mostly repeated one. So you will come across this question type in every test: true, false, not given. And this is the strategy for your true, false, not given question. You know what? I'll post this PPT in the group, or I'll just pull out the reading strategy in the Word format and I'll post it in the group so that you can go through it. So give me a minute. Okay, so I have it with me. I'll just post it on the chat. I'm sorry, not the group, in the chat, and you guys can take it from that. This is just treat it as a reference. So there are many different approaches to all the questions. This is one which I believe is good. So you can use it for your reference and practice your reading. So try and come on time when you're attending. I'm not blaming you, just a request. So guys, I've posted the strategies in the Word format, and you guys can go through it and try and use it, apply it when you're practicing your questions. So that's the end of today's lesson. You can go through it and practice it, and hope you all learned something. Rajesh, hope you had a good practice.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So it was good, like, but
Yeah.
something from 30 to 40, it's a bit, tough for me. So that took more time.
Yeah,
Like,
it took
with
it
the other
took
sections.
yeah, it took a little more time in the last section. Usually section 3 is the toughest. But from section 1 and 2, I think you were perfect. You hardly made any mistakes in
Yeah.
section 1 and 2. You were extremely good today. You were on fire. So guys, so that's all for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. So tomorrow I was thinking of going about with task 2 of writing. So please be on time so that I don't have to repeat it, because task 2 takes some time, and I'm hoping that we can go on with paragraph building, and you take some time, build your paragraph, and I'll check your work. So we'll do task 2 tomorrow of writing. I was thinking of opinion-based essays. Let's see how it goes. So join us on time. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm leaving for today.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ruby.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. So this session, right, will be there on YouTube. So what you have missed, you can see it on YouTube. So
So the link will be.
So I'll go into, I don't know the link, but go into YouTube and look for CECA Sydney, and you'll have your IELTS classes. So all our lessons are there on YouTube, but you join classes live. I think that's more interactive. And okay, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and have a good day.
Good day. Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Michelle. Bye. See you, Rajesh. Thanks for everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you. See you tomorrow.